Hi everyone, in this video we will be trying out and reviewing a recipe for banana bread from a vintage cookbook. I will be using the same cookbook I used last time for the blueberry muffins if you watched that video. The book is called Practical Cookery and was first published in 1912 and has had 23 revisions, and I own one of the later revisions. I'll first walk you through the recipe, then give you my thoughts on how the recipe turned out and what changes you can make to it. First, sift together 2 cups of flour, a half teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, a half teaspoon of salt, and finally 2/3 cup of sugar. In another bowl, whisk together 1 cup of mashed banana, this is about 2 large bananas, 3 tablespoons buttermilk, 1/3 cup melted butter. The book calls for any melted fat, but I am using butter, and 2 eggs. Now we're going to add the banana mixture to the dry ingredients in 2 parts. The book says to beat the batter until smooth, so you can use a whisk for this or an electric mixer if you prefer. Then pour the batter into an oiled loaf pan. I used butter for this, but you can also use oil or cooking spray. The bread is going to bake in a preheated oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. The book says to bake for 1 hour, but my bread was done at 40 minutes, so make sure to start checking your bread for doneness at around the 30-minute mark by inserting a toothpick at the center and making sure it comes out clean. Some ovens run hotter than others, so you always want to make sure to check what you are baking so it doesn't burn, especially with recipes like this one that have longer baking times. Once it's done, let it stand in the pan 10 minutes, then remove and cool completely. When it comes to this recipe, I really don't have a lot to say. I really loved it as it is. The bread came out very soft and moist, but not overly dense like some banana breads can become. I also thought it had the right amount of sweetness. I did, however, use just ripened bananas. Because I needed to film this, I didn't have the time for them to be very heavily spotted. Once you use darker spotted bananas, it does taste to me like they add more sweetness and better banana flavor to your baked product. The only thing I would probably add is a good 1/4 or half a cup of chopped walnuts to the batter. Of course, this is up to you. I know some people don't like walnuts in their banana bread. Also, if you noticed at the beginning of this video, the recipe was for fruit bread, and the book gives you different versions that you can make by just substituting the fruit used and adding a couple more ingredients. If you would like to try these out, you can pause the video, or I'll leave the other versions in the description box below. Let me know in the comments if you try this recipe and what you think of it, or what changes you would make, if any. Thanks for watching.